Hello everybody, and welcome to another installment of AZ Camera Reviews. And today we're going to be talking about an 8-channel home CCTV security system. It's made by a company called HIS Vision, or is it HIS Vision, or is it His Vision? I don't know how they pronounce it. Nobody told me. Anyway, this is the box, and it shows what you can attach as far as it's got a VGA output and an HD output port. You can hook it to your computers, hook it to the network so that you can see it on the cloud or on your various cell phones. And it's got eight inputs, so you can put in 8 cameras. And it also does control for PTZ cameras. So let's take a look inside the box and see what we've got. So the first thing is you've got your usual tabs you pull open and a little carry handle. And we open up the box, and inside you can see this is how it's set up. There you go. If you were in 3D, it would be kind of like one of these things. Anyway, let's see what's inside this little white box. So we open this one up. We've got the little tabs, and we open it up, and inside we've got a power supply. We've got a mouse that has a USB cable on it, and we have a remote control. Now let's go inside and see what we have as far as the controller goes. Okay, we're going to pull out the controller here. Take the foam off the sides. And of course, we've got our user's manual. There's, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4 little screws, and there's some software inside the user manual. And now we've got our little box. And on the back of the box, we've got our 8 inputs. We've got an audio out. We've got an HDMI port. We've got a VGA port. We've got an A in, and I guess that may be for audio. Since I haven't really gone through the book, I don't know exactly what it is, but you've got channel 1, 2, 3, and 4, and it says A input. You've got your Ethernet input output. You've got 2 USBs. Then you've got a RS 485 right here, and then you've got your power input. Now on the front you've got your search, you've got a function button, you've got a display button, you've got a PTZ button, you've got escape, and you've got a menu button. Then you've got this center array here where you have an enter button in the middle, and you've got a left, a right, and an up and down. That's for scrolling through your menus. Then you have a record button, a fast forward button, a play button, a slow motion button, and a back button. And then up above that, you've got your light indicators, which indicate power, your link, and record. So this doesn't come with a hard drive inside it, so we're going to have to install one. So what we're going to do is take out these screws. There's one screw on one side, there's another screw on the other side, and then there's 2 screws on the back. We're going to take those screws out first and then slide off the cover. Okay, so now we've got this thing open, and earlier I mentioned to you that there were 4 screws that came in the bag with the instructions and the software. These 4 screws are going to be used to hold your hard drive in on the top cover here. So what it is your hard drive on the back side has a bunch of little holes, as you can see, and you will match those holes up on the top, and then you'll put the screws through and line that up, and that'll keep your hard drive from rattling around. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to take the tape off of here. Okay, and now we're going to find what connectors we want to put these wires onto. Now you'll notice this has a little L shape on it. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to come in here and you're going to want to match the L up with this connector. And that'll push right on there, just like so. Then you're going to do the same thing with this connector. There's a little L on here. Yeah, you really can't see it that well. And then what you're going to do is you're going to push that one on, and then they're both on just like that. Now I found that the hardest part of this whole operation was locating the screw holes for the hard drive, and here's where I positioned it. There's 1, there's 2, there's 3. Now I'm just going to put the last screw in, and we'll get that in place. Okay, and now our hard drive is in. You can see I used those holes, and the hard drive is inside the box. And what I'll do is I'll straighten up the wires, and I'll put everything in place, and then I'm going to slide the cover back on, and we'll be ready to go. Now, as you can see, the DVR is running right now, and it's playing on the monitor. I've got 5 cameras running, and this is going to be the 6th camera. One thing I want to talk about, though, is on the back of this DVR, it's got HDMI output, and it's got VGA output. I'm feeding this monitor with VGA, but in another part of my house, I like to be able to monitor what's going on here. So I've got a regular video input monitor. Now, since this doesn't put out a regular video signal, I ended up buying this thing. It's called a Mini HDMI 2AV. They're about 10 bucks. And basically what you do is you plug your HDMI output, which comes out of your DVR. You plug it into the side of this, like so. And then you just plug into this, and you can feed video back to the monitor. So, okay, now I'm going to show you how to plug the balun into the back of this, and we'll be ready to go. Okay, so now we're going to hook the balun up to the back of the DVR. So one thing I want to mention is you can see these other wires back here. They're plugged into these power supply plugs. I ended up buying one of these setups. It breaks out into 8 individual camera power outlets, and this is what I'm using to power all my 7 cameras presently. So what we'll do is we'll take this, we'll plug this into the power end, and then what we'll do is we'll take the B and C end, and we're going to plug this onto the back of the DVR. So let me get this out of the way. So we plug that on. That's letting you know that the camera's activated. And we're going to stick this on and twist it. Okay, and now it's on. So I've got my HisVision running perfectly right now. It's on the network, and it's sending the video out both to my cell phone, and it's sending it out to whoever else needs to see my cameras. I've got 6 cameras running right now, as you can see, and I've got it in this configuration. So what it does is it scrolls through the 6 cameras I have, and then it'll go to a larger shot every so often. I have to say I really, really like this DVR. It was really easy to set up once I got into the menus and studied them. It takes a little bit of concentration, but once you get through it, it's pretty easy to use. Anyway, if you have any questions about this HIS Vision 8-channel DVR, feel free to leave a message down below. And as always, I'm Jeff with AZ Camera Reviews saying, please watch us, please share us, please like us, and most of all, please subscribe. Bye-bye.